Hey guys, this is Spartacus here, and welcome to another video where in today's video we're going to be talking about Black Ops 4, but more specifically, why the game is coming out a month earlier than what everyone was expecting. So right now it's September 2nd at the time of making this video, and Black Ops 4 is going to be coming out on October 12th, so it's really just right around the corner, and we're going to be able to get our hands on the full game, which is pretty dang awesome. But I just want to focus in this video, why is this game coming out a month early? So I have a couple reasonings here. So two really big ones, but I also have one smaller one I might mention here at the end. The first reason is that there's no campaign. Now, from my personal experience, I love playing the Call of Duty campaigns. It is a little upsetting that Black Ops 4 won't have it, but that just means I have more time to focus on multiplayer and zombies, and of course even the blackout mode, which we'll have to see how that turns out. But, you know, the campaign for the Call of Duty games, and I don't think a lot of people actually realize this, but there's a lot of time and effort that needs to be put into actually making a good, solid campaign for a Call of Duty game. Now, of course, not every single Call of Duty game has a really good campaign, but for the most part, I've played all of them, and they all are pretty good in my personal opinion. But, you know, campaigns, if you think about it, you have to, first of all, you have to figure out a storyline for your campaign, right? Which, if you can come up with a really good one, and then execute that storyline very well gameplay wise, then it's going to turn out to be a really good single player experience, right? Or it could be a co-op campaign, right? Like Black Ops 3 had a co-op campaign, but not too many people actually like that campaign, myself included. But yes, you know, we have to get a good solid storyline. We have to find voice actors who can perform roles very well in the parts that they're playing in the game, right? And of course, there's a lot of like different cinematic cutscenes and stuff like that we're gonna have to like watch, and all these different interactive features I'm assuming they're gonna be in the campaign. You know, there's a lot of different things that involve making a storyline, a single player campaign, or maybe a co-op campaign in a Call of Duty game. So that is one of the reasons why I think Black Ops 4 is coming out a month earlier than we all expected, is because it's not having a campaign, which really sucks, right? And so like getting rid of the campaign in a Call of Duty game gives so much more time and effort to actually focus on the main modes that people play, which of course are zombies and multiplayer, right? And of course they decide to add the blackout mode, so they're focusing on that as well, which I'm sure, focus on the blackout mode, I mean, it's a battle royale experience, so all they have to do is just look at other battle royale games and think, okay, what can be a battle royale game that fits in the Call of Duty style, right? So yeah, just to let you know, no campaign probably gives them lots of time and effort to actually focus on other things, so that could be one of the reasons why Black Ops 4 is coming out a month earlier. The second reasoning I have for this video, and this is a really big one, and I think a lot of people might consider this to be kind of lazy, like when it comes to game developing, but my second reasoning is that there are going to be remake multiplayer maps and zombie maps in the game. So if we look at multiplayer side of things, we know that the map Firing Range, Jungle, Slums, and Summit, those four maps from previous Black Ops games are going to make its way to the standard multiplayer maps. Now, I'm not sure how many multiplayer maps are going to be in the Black Ops 4's multiplayer. I mean, we already know 4 of them, right? We know 4 remake ones. We also know 4 other maps that we played during the beta, so right there is 8 total maps. Are we going to have more maps? Because typically Call of Duty games have like 11 to 12 maps at launch, except for Call of Duty World War II. That was a huge mistake on their part. But yeah, so like we don't know like if the other maps that we're going to be seeing when the game comes out in its multiplayer, if they're going to be more remake maps, or we're going to be seeing these new maps that we never played before, just like in the beta. So the thing here is that looking at these remake multiplayer maps, I mean, these are maps that we've pretty much already played and experienced in previous Black Ops games, right? But bringing them back, don't get me wrong, is a good thing. You know, the maps they chose are very good maps. I mean, they were very, very fun to play back in the previous games, and I'm sure they'll be very fun to play here in Black Ops 4. But the thing is, a lot of people might consider this to be lazy development, since these are maps we've already seen. Instead of creating new maps that we've never seen before, they're just bringing back old ones, and to me that doesn't like require a lot of work in order to actually bring into Black Ops 4, because these maps are already made, right? Also, these zombie maps, so let's think about this for a second. So zombies, we're coming out with 4 maps at launch, which is awesome in my personal opinion. I think that is awesome. I love how we're getting 4 zombie maps at the launch of Black Ops 4. Of course, if you want to get that 4th zombie map, you have to have the Black Ops Pass, which is a little frustrating because the only way to get Black Ops Pass is by buying a bundle of the game and Black Ops Pass all together, whether it's like a digital deluxe edition or buying the Pro edition and stuff like that, which is a real shame you can't buy the Black Ops Pass separately. But anyway, we are still getting 4 zombie maps at launch. We are getting 2 new ones we've never seen before, which is Voyage of Despair and 9. I'm really excited to play 9. That's probably going to be the first zombie map I'm going to play. And then the other 2 zombie maps we have already pretty much seen before. So of course one of the big ones is Blood of the Dead, which of course is the remake of Mob of the Dead from Black Ops 2, and Mob of the Dead is considered to be the best zombies map ever made, and I kind of agree with that in a sense because it is a very, very fun map to play. So the thing with Mob of the Dead is that it's a map we've already played before, right? And they're bringing it back into Black Ops 4. Great, you know, everybody's wanted a Mob of the Dead remake, which is awesome. But the thing is, you also got to remember that Mob of the Dead has already been made before. All they got to do is just like copy and paste the loadout from Black Ops 2 zombies and put it into Black Ops 3 and like change maybe some of the graphics. And I heard they're going to add like new areas into this Blood of the Dead map, which is also really good. But you got to remember, they already have the main layout already finished, and the only thing they really got to think to themselves is like, okay, we have like the main layout for Blood of the Dead already finished. What can we add into this map that makes the gameplay experience different than what it was in Black Ops 2? And some of that reasoning could be like maybe different perks are going to be in the game. I've heard perk vapors are also going to be in zombies as well. And who knows, maybe Purgatory's back. I'm actually not sure about that. I never heard anything about Purgatory mode in Blood of the Dead, so I'll be really curious if that actually returns. Of course, we don't play as the characters from Mob of the Dead. We're actually playing as the like Primus crew. I think it's the Primus crew. I don't know. There's so many different versions of like those 4 main characters, you know, but anyway, yes, you guys get my point. Blood of the Dead, it's already exists before in Call of Duty, so like even though the map is going to be a little bit different than what we saw in Black Ops 2, it's something we've already seen before. And then of course the 4th zombie map that you can only get by having the Black Ops Pass is a remake map of the map 5, right? And they call it Classified. At least I think it's called Classified as what it's advertised. I mean, I think they have come out and did say the map is 5. We just haven't got a trailer for what the map actually looks like, and who knows, maybe the map 5 or the remake version of 5 is going to be like the same deal with Blood of the Dead, where the map layout is a little bit different and there's going to be like these different features we've never seen before. I'm sure that's going to be the case. I'm not 100% sure. We haven't got a lot of information about the remake version of 5. I believe it's just called Classified. I'll just call it Classified. And so with this Classified map, like I said, it's something we've already seen before. It was featured in Black Ops. You could play as President Kennedy, you can play as Richard Nixon, the CIA agent, and Fidel Castro, right? And it's honestly one of my favorite maps, even though it's really hard because it's close quarters. But then again, I'm the kind of guy who likes playing really hard games, and that means I should really play Bloodborne then. But anyway, you guys get my point. Like 5, we've already seen it before and they're bringing it back, so like literally 2 out of the 4 zombies maps that are coming out on the launch day of Black Ops 4 we have already seen before for the most part, right? Of course the other 2 are completely new experiences that we've never seen, but 2 of them are just remakes of older maps that we saw in previous Call of Duty games. So if you guys see my point here, this, like, a lot of people say this might be lazy development because I mean, to like half the zombie maps we've already seen before, 4 of like, I don't know, the 12 multiplayer maps. I'm not sure how many are going to be at launch for Black Ops 4, but literally 4 of them are remakes from previous Call of Duty games. And also another reasoning I'd like to put out there is that in the multiplayer we have seen specialists, right? Of course specialists work a little bit differently in Black Ops 4. They're kind of meant to actually help out your teammates more than just being selfish when you use your abilities and stuff like that. But there are a few specialists in Black Ops 4 that we've seen in Black Ops 3, and some of them have the same abilities. Like for example, the main one, Ruin, which is like literally the face of Black Ops 4. But Ruin, he has the Grav Slam, which acts as the same way as the gravity spikes, right? There's not like a huge difference there at all. And there's also Seraph, right? She's a returning character from Black Ops 3's multiplayer, and she has the Annihilator, which is like this one-shot revolver pistol type thing, right? And so like some of these like characters, these returning characters we're seeing in Black Ops 4, yes, they have the same weapons and abilities, abilities that we saw in Black Ops 3, and I think a lot of people might consider that to be a little bit lazy, but you can also make the argument that all these things that I said that might be lazy development might actually not be lazy development, and it might actually be a smart idea because Black Ops 4 is supposed to take place before Black Ops 3. It's like a prequel, right? And so like that's why these specialist characters are all young and stuff like that. And yeah, and so some people can kind of argue that it's actually a smart idea to make a prequel instead of like going further in the future, you know? But anyway, I just want to put that out there, you guys. I know this is kind of a long video. These are the reasons why I believe Black Ops 4 is coming out a month early. We're getting a bunch of remake maps, and that there is no campaign, and we got like returning specialist characters with the same abilities and stuff like that from Black Ops 3. Yeah, you guys see my points. There's just a lot of returning features that we've seen in previous Black Ops games, and I feel like that is one of the reasons why this game is coming out a month early, because, I mean, like, all the remake stuff is stuff we've already seen before, so it doesn't take that long to develop into their new game. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating for whatever you guys feel this video deserves, and of course, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more Call of Duty videos later in the future, and I shall catch you guys later.